Hi everyone, welcome to Conceptual Thinkers Talk Primary Maths Concept with Teacher Ben. So today we will be touching on P6 River Valley Prelim 2019 paper 2 question 10. Now this question is actually on circle. So let's first interpret the question. So the figure below is made up of two semicircles and a right angle triangle ABC. Now the diameter of the two semicircle AB and BC are 12 cm and 16 cm respectively. Now this word respectively means that the first dimension, which is 12 cm, is actually referring to the first semicircle that they are talking about, and in this case they actually mention it in the diagram. So 16 will represent the second diameter, which is BC. Okay, so next the two semicircle meet at X. So this is the point that they meet, X. And AC is 20 cm. Now find the area of the shaded area. Okay, so you must remember to take the pi as 3.14. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I actually interpret this diagram so that you can remember this and use this technique in the future to analyze your circle question. Okay, so we really interpret the question, then identify that it's actually a circle concept. So let's start to implement the methodology. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some drawing here. Now we have a semicircle here. This is a small semicircle. I'm going to use the red color to represent it. Okay, so now I'm going to shade this semicircle so that later I can show it to you what I mean about the technique that I'm going to show you later. Okay, now I'm going to change color to another one to draw the blue semicircle, which is the one that is a bigger one. So this is another semicircle here. Now if you shade this, I'll shade the other direction here. Shade this way. Now you notice that there's one part of the semicircle is double counted, which is here. This is actually shaded in red and also in blue. So if I use another color, which is a purple color, to draw out to outline the triangle here. Now this triangle, I'm going to assume that this is actually a white color triangle, or actually eliminate the shading part of this triangle. So you notice that all this blue color will be gone. So this blue will be gone, right? Then this red part will be gone. Okay, however, this part of the triangle, you notice there's double counting, right? So only one layer will be gone. Okay, so to look at this whole shape again, now let me just erase everything again. Okay, to get the area of the shaded part, you just need to take the area of the small semicircle, then you add in the big semicircle, and you minus this triangle. Okay, now I think most of students are able to see that these two will be left behind. Now this, because that's what I mentioned to you, it will be double counting. So when I remove with this triangle, one layer will be cut out. So this part will still be available in the shaded part. Okay, so now first we need to do some calculation. We need to find the radius of the small semicircle. So the radius of small semicircle, this is the diameter, so we need to take 12 divided by 2. So I'm going to get 6 cm. Then we calculate what is the radius of big semicircle, and this will be 16 divided by 2. I'm going to get 8 cm. Now with this, so let's calculate the total area. Now the total shaded area will be equal to area of small semicircle plus area of big semicircle, then we minus the area of triangle. So area of triangle. Okay, so let's fill in the formula for area of a semicircle. So remember to put your half in, then multiply by pi times. Now the radius we actually calculated here, 6 times 6 plus area of big semicircle, again half, times pi times radius 8 times 8, then we minus the area of the triangle will be half times base. Okay, I will use this as the base. Now this is a right angle, so it will be 16 times 12. Okay, now from here you can actually use your calculator to fill in the information, but let me just simplify this so that we can just key in a shorter calculation into our calculator. So half and 6 can cancel. Okay, so we're left with 18 pi plus this half can cancel with this. We're gonna get 32 pi. Now here 16 and 12, let's take cancel 2 with 16, so left with 8 here, so that will give me 96. So I'm going to simplify again to combine this pi, so it will be 50 pi minus 96. Now this is in terms of pi. Now from here we need to fill in the pi value, so it's actually 50 times 3.14 minus away 96. So if you press in your calculator, you're going to get 61 cm square. Okay, now this technique we actually using some visual way to actually see what will be the area of the shaded part when we combine and removing the overlap. Okay, so I hope that you learned something today on the area in terms of interpreting diagrams for circle. So next thing you need to do is you need to ensure that you don't make any transfer error in terms of selecting the number that we use. Now there's also one thing that I want to highlight is there's one number that we didn't use, 20 cm. Now I would say that this is very rare. Usually in primary school mathematics question we need to use all the numbers, so I would say that like maybe 1% of the time we may not need to use all the figure. Okay, but I would say that this is actually very rare. Okay, now next thing is please ensure that you are using the area formula for your circle instead of perimeter, because this is actually a common mistake by the student. Now next, another thing that you can follow is try to keep your answer in terms of pi, since you already learned algebra, so that you keep the accuracy of the answer. Because sometimes when the questions say that you have didn't mention about pi, which means that you have to use your calculator pi. Now if you key in your calculator pi, you may lose your accuracy later, because some students will actually round off to the maybe nearest 2 decimal places according to the requirement of the question. Then when you round off later in the final answer, that may lose the accuracy of rounding off. So my recommendation is always keep it in terms of pi, then use your calculator later to do the final calculation. Okay, so that's all for today. So we already inspect our solution. So don't forget to follow us on our YouTube and subscribe to our channel Conceptual Thinkers. Also follow us on our Facebook Conceptual Thinkers Mathematics and English Hub. Now feel free to share your question and ask us anything that you wish to find out more. Then I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.